Hi guys, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are doing fine. Today I'll be sharing with you all a very easy and delicious recipe of fruit cake. So let's see that how you can very easily make it at home. Let's start. To make this lovely cake, you'd be needing a fair few ingredients. Some you'd already be having at home, some you'd be needing to get from the grocery store. So let's see that what you'd be needing. For the basic cake, we'd be needing some flour, baking soda, baking powder and salt that I've already mixed together in one bowl. Some caster sugar, or you can, if you don't have caster sugar, just grind it at home. Oil, vanilla and a couple of eggs. And the other lovely components that is going to make this cake beautiful is going to be some candied fruit or murabba or ashrafi, which is very easily available in the market, some orange juice along with some orange peel, and some mixed nuts and raisins or sultanas, whatever you fancy. And we'd be needing a greased and floured loaf pan. You can use a round pan as well, but I preferred using a loaf pan. And our mixer, if you don't have a mixer, there's no problem. You can use a hand whisk. That would be lovely as well. But this absolutely makes your work easier. And of course, we'll be preheating our oven in the back while we are preparing the cake. So to prepare our cake, first we're going to prepare our fruits. So what we'll do that we're in a bowl, we're going to transfer all of these ingredients like our candied fruit, ashrafi murabba, along with some orange peel. I used fresh orange peel. You can use the dried one as well. Here I'm using some ground almonds and some walnuts that I've ground as well, and the sultanas. And then I'm going to add little flour to coat everything together. The reason being so that the fruit doesn't sink in the cake at the base while baking, and it's just going to make this flour is going to make the kind of pockets around each bit of the fruit and nuts, and it's going to stick while it bakes. So here we're going to first beat our eggs along with the sugar. We're going to cream them together. We're going to make them really airy and light in color. You'll see before your eyes when that happens. Now that our eggs and sugar has become light and airy, it's going to take a couple of minutes. We're going to add the oil. I personally like to use oil in the cakes. You can use butter by all means. There are reasons of using oil. I'll be mentioning in the other cake recipes that I'll be sharing. I am planning on making foundation recipes that I'll be sharing with you. I'll be sharing basic cake, basic cupcakes, and basic buns or bread, so that you guys can further add other things to it to turn them into a new recipe. So I'm planning to share those recipes with you and shall be doing that really soon. So after we were done adding the oil, we added the flour mixture bit by bit that I had already prepared by adding the baking soda, baking powder and salt in batches. And we are not going to overbeat, because if we're going to overbeat the cake, it's going to become hard and dense, and we don't want that. We want our cake to be light and soft. This cake won't be spongy. It's going to be a little dense because we have added a lot of fruit to it, and this is how this cake should be. So the batter is going to be quite stiff. Don't worry about that, because while this cake bakes, the baking soda and baking powder is going to act as a very beautiful raising agent, and this cake is going to turn out really soft. So just be patient, and sometimes baking is a trial and error method. You might not be able to achieve the best result in the first attempt. So don't lose heart. Sometimes that happens. Even the pros make mistake, but keep on practicing and you'll get there one day. So after our batter is prepared, we're going to transfer it to the mold and we'll gently tap it over the surface to release any air bubble, and we'll garnish it with some walnut pieces, or you can use any other dried fruit or nuts as well. But if you're using dried fruit, I'd suggest brushing it with some juice to avoid the burning, because the fruit has sugar and it can get browned quickly. After it was done baking, it's now time to take it out from the oven. Mine took around 1 hour at 180 degrees in a fan-forced oven. The time and temperature varies according to the type of the oven. You know the jazz, just insert the tester, and if it comes out clean, it's done. If not, just give a few more minutes, and then once it's done, let it cool completely in the mold itself and then transfer it to your plate. I was a little impatient and didn't give it the full time to cool down in the mold itself, and transferred it to the cooling rack, and then straight away started cutting it, because I wanted to show you guys that how it looks from inside. But I'll suggest that let it cool down completely, like for 3-4 hours, and then cut it. Otherwise the slices aren't going to cut really neatly because it is loaded with fruits. And that's the final look of this lovely cake. This is one cake that we very regularly make at home because it's my dad's favorite. The same cake I made for Amma as well and took with me last week when I went to meet her. I hope she liked it. I hope you guys are going to like this recipe too, and will be leaving feedback. As always, all of the ingredients and their measurements along with all of my social media handles are mentioned in the description box below. Please keep liking, keep sharing and commenting, and do subscribe if you haven't already. I'm really happy that you guys are liking my recipes. I love hearing your feedback. I love to receive the pictures of the food that you try, and you guys are doing a great job. This is really encouraging me to share more with you all, and I shall be back with more really soon. In the meantime, take good care of yourself and of your loved ones, and don't forget the less privileged ones. Bye for now. Allah Hafiz.